Hi. So I realized I did that like really serial killerish. Um, I have the exact opposite excuse this time than I've had in previous things, where it's me saying, "Oh, there hasn't been much update." No, it's just I really haven't had time because so much has happened, and some of it I don't actually think that you're going to believe. I mean, unless you follow me on Tumblr, because then you'll already know what has happened. So, I'll try to concisely summarize what has transpired. So, last time that we talked, I was about to graduate, and I just got my diploma in. So, here it is. I possess a degree. I hope it's not too, reflective. But yes, so I'm officially a college graduate, and I am also a wife. I don't know if this is gonna show or not. I like the little antique-y thing. I don't know if you can see. I feel like a weirdo. I feel like this is like a hat. My tiara. Anyway. But yes, so I am married, and it was beautiful, and I had 2 panic attacks the week of, though. I don't know if some of you guys know this, but I tend to have some social anxiety. As myself in front of a large group of people, as a character, I don't really have a problem playing a part, but as me, all eyes on me, so thinking of a bunch of people watching me just freaked me out. But it went fine, and it was beautiful. And then we went on our honeymoon to Maine, where Eli is from, and I've never been. So that was really wonderful. Which now brings us here, in my childhood bedroom. Here's how that happened. So before we left, Eli and I had seen a bunch of apartments. We saw one that we liked and put in all the paperwork, all the applications, and my mom was going to deliver our deposit while we were on the honeymoon. Also on the honeymoon, I was sending out job applications left and right. We return. There's no need to go into the reasons, but the apartment fell through. Disappointing, yes, but not the end of the world. My parents are like, no, we want everybody here while everybody's back from college. My brothers are back, and, so she's like, we want everybody here. Not ideal to be living with your parents as near the bed. Luckily, we're not staying in this room because that would be a little creepy. All the caremakers are watching. But we're still living at home, so that's kind of a kink in the plan. But I had gotten an interview with the Disney store. This is a different one than I used to work at because though the other one was like, you have a job here anytime you want one, it's going to be too far away from where we thought we were going to be living. So it was at a different one. They offered me the job on the spot, and then they said, all your background check stuff, we'll be in touch with you about that. So I said, awesome. Didn't hear from them for a while, but that's okay. So I was waiting, and Wednesday rolls around, and right now it's Friday, by the way, and I look into my email, and I had 2 very interesting emails. One was regarding another job application I'd put out about being a preschool teacher, which was a lady asking to set up an interview with me, and the second was from Walt Disney World Entertainment. Yes. So, yeah. Yeah, so I freaked out a little bit and then was very confused because wouldn't you know, that day, my husband gets a phone interview, and they ask him to come in for a live interview on Tuesday. He also gets another call about a job interview. And then I scheduled a job interview for Thursday, that next day, for the preschool job, which they ended up offering me. So here we are in Dallas with no apartment yet. I've got 2 job offers, and I can take both of them. The hours would be okay, which is great. Eli's got these 2 job interviews. One I don't think he ended up scheduling because of all this craziness, so he's got a job interview here. And then on Tuesday, I have a phone interview with Disney World, and I don't know what they're gonna offer, therefore I don't know what we're gonna do. Before you even think of it, because it's already been asked on my Tumblr, no, this is not to be friends with Tinkerbell. The original email that I got like a month and a half ago said that though they couldn't offer me a position as friends with Tinkerbell, my audition scores were still high enough to still be considered for a performer. So they could contact me within the next 6 months with an offer, and if not, I'm free to audition again. So this is that. So this would be, basically would be doing fur. And, you know, they could call on Tuesday and say, we have a seasonal position open for you, which then I won't be able to take. I can't uproot 2 lives and move to Florida for a seasonal position. You know, but they could offer part-time, they could offer full-time, they could, you know, I don't know. And so, you know, if they say, here's full-time with full health benefits, and we'll help pay to move you down here, and, you know, all this kind of stuff that you really can't say no to. But it's hard because we kind of overnight went from feeling like nothing was falling into place to like too much, and we're like, Lord, slow down. You know, so this is weird. We're at kind of a weird crossroads, and in really right at the beginning of our marriage, of, you know, where we're gonna start our life together, and learning to communicate and to be honest and to give and take. And you know, it's hard because part of me is like, oh, well, it would be so much easier to stay here because, you know, it's safer here. You know, we've got these job offers and it's good, and my family's here, and, you know, while these job offers are great and they'd be wonderful and fine, it's not what either of us wants to do with the rest of our lives. And, you know, you kind of have to weigh the options of, well, are these jobs going to allow me the time to kind of further my career goals, or is this opportunity at Disney going to help me do that, you know? And then you have to think about Eli, and is this putting him, where puts him at the best place for his career, you know? Is Dallas or Orlando kind of a good spot for him? And, you know, what do you do when you find out what's important for each person? And, you know, it's hard. I think we just have to become very comfortable with either option. And it's going to be a long 4 days of, like, you know, because we can't make any decisions. And I've been very upfront with the Disney store and with this preschool job. I've told them, you'll know by Tuesday, and I'll have everything. I'll be able to hand everything in to you on Tuesday if we do decide to stay. But if not, I'll email you and let you know, which is good because sometimes when Disney has you schedule a phone interview, it's like for 2 weeks later, and that's kind of a long time to make somebody wait, but 5 days, you know, wasn't unreasonable. So that was a blessing too. But, you know, it's really weird, you know. God's plan never, ever, ever makes sense to me, and I find it's incredibly humbling because I find that whenever I say, no, I'm never going to do that, God's kind of like, which makes me afraid that when Eli and I have kids, he's going to give me all girls, because I've been like, I don't want any girls, so I'm afraid that's going to happen. Because every time I say, I am not doing that again, the Lord's like, you will if it's my plan, and you will if, you know, it's weird. When circumstances change, your mindset changes, and that's how you grow, and then you just kind of go, what am I doing? So, yeah, so just prayers and pixie dust about what we should do with the rest of our lives. You know, I don't know. I hope on Tuesday we'll know where we're going to end up, and things will make sense, but right now we're kind of trying to be as prepared as possible, but kind of, you know, twiddling our thumbs until we find out what's going on. So I could be hanging out with Minnie and Mickey and everybody sooner than I ever thought that I would. And I think it is different, kind of knowing, going into it, what it is that the job entails. I think that was something that I didn't have the last time. I think where I am in my life is very different, and I think the circumstances will be, number one, I won't be in the college program, which will be a huge, kind of help on some of the, like, scheduling issues that I had last time. But, I'll be going with a family, and I will be feeling like this is the start of something rather than I was taking a break from life to, like, do something. So I felt kind of impatient, like, I gotta go finish my degree. But now that I have it, I can, start planning the rest of my life. And it's weird to have this direction that I hadn't thought that I, would have, and have this big decision that I didn't think that we would have to make. But it's neat. It's going to be weird to see how it pans out. So hopefully I will be able to make a video on Tuesday and let you know. If not, feel free to check Tumblr, because I'm sure that will be the first place that I put anything. But yeah, we just gotta pray and just gotta wait and see. So hopefully I'll have some, I know I'll have news, and either way it'll be good. Dallas or Orlando, it's, good and bads of both. So hopefully on Tuesday we'll know kind of the first step of what we're doing. So I guess I will talk to you guys then.